आपको क्या करना है, सबसे पहला जो ऑप्शन है वो करना है बैकग्राउंड प्रोसेस लिमिट। इसको आपको स्टैंडर्ड लिमिट हो गया अपन वाला है कुछ।
Hi guys, so today we will start off with SQL and DBMS. I'll get started with the class after everyone joins. So okay, so guys, just let's just quickly take a poll. How many of you have actually created your resumes now? Since yesterday's class, how many of you created your resume? Can you quickly answer the poll for me? Yes, you can add coursework inside skill section, but better to have a separate section for coursework because you can also describe what what was the entire thing about the course. If you have initiated the process of creating your resume, you can respond yes. Yes, you can put any kind of projects in your resume, no problem. So even if you have a front end project, just put it there. Okay, so we have much better numbers than yesterday. Almost 50% people have created their resumes now. So good. I'm hoping the other 50% also does it by the end of this week. Yes, I think it is also time for us to get started. So let's get started with the class, everyone. Okay. Yeah. I hope my screen is visible, everyone. Okay. So topic for discussion today is SQL. So why are we discussing SQL? Because SQL is asked in your DSA interviews as well. So the interviewer can ask you that, are you familiar with SQL? Are you not? And if you are familiar with SQL, that is a plus point. And then the interviewer can ask you a basic SQL query. So if you are confused right now, what is a query, what is SQL? All these doubts will be cleared up in some time. But just keep in mind that SQL is also a important part of a DSA interview. So make sure that you practice this well. Okay. Now, before we start off with SQL, let's get to know what is DBMS. DBMS is basically database management system, right? So guys, let's take an example and understand DBMS. So let's say that you have let's say that you are a founder and you have an app that basically provides food delivery to customers. Okay, similar to Swiggy, Zomato, है ना? So how do you plan to store the data of the users, है ना? So every user has some data, every user has particular set of orders, and similarly every restaurant has their menus, and all this data is visible to me on the app, but there has to be a place where all this data is stored. Do you agree? Right, there is a place where all this data is stored, and that is what your database is all about. That is your database where your data is stored. Okay. Now, what is a DBMS? DBMS is basically, just consider DBMS as a black box that allows the user to manipulate and interact with your data. Is this clear? So so far we have discussed about database, what is a database and why do I need a database, and what is DBMS. DBMS basically allows the user interact and manipulate their data in the database. Is this clear, everyone? Now, let's say, guys, that my food delivery app has 1,000 users. How do I plan to store the data of these 1,000 users? Will I store that in a Java file? Will I store the user data in a Java file? No. I will store my user data in some form of a tabular form. Do you agree? I will store my user data in a tabular form, in a table, right? So manipulate ka matlab hai, if I want to edit the data. So let's say that you are on Zomato and your name on Zomato is set as Umair. Okay. So now you want to set your last name as well along with your first name. So if you want to add your last name, that is a manipulation. So basically your name in the database is changing. That is manipulating the data. Is that clear? Resume session was done yesterday. We will come to that. Just have some patience. So all this data I want to store in a tabular form, right? So guys, let's discuss with this example only. If I have a food delivery app, what are the different types of data? What is the different type of data that I want to store about the user? Yes, I want to store the name of the user. है ना? What else does Zomato store? It stores the phone number. Yes. Apart from that, it also stores your address. Where do you want to get your food delivered? It will store the email ID, right? Okay. So let's keep it minimal. Now, guys, apart from all this data, can any one of these be used to uniquely identify the user? Can any one of these be used to uniquely identify the user? No, right? Phone number can be used, but phone number is also recycled, right? So let's say that you have a phone number today, but you stopped using it. So it will be given to some other person. So that is not an ideal way to uniquely identify the user. So if I want to uniquely identify the user, I will give it a user ID. Okay? So user ID can be used to uniquely identify the user. So similarly to your roll number in school, your roll number can be used to uniquely identify you in your university or your college. Do you agree, everyone? You have a unique roll number, है ना? Similarly, the user ID can be used to uniquely identify each user in the Zomato database. Is this clear? Yes, you can name it anything, UID, user ID, anything, but just calling it user ID for now. Is this clear, guys? Now, what is the need of a user ID? Let's say that any random person wants to manipulate their phone number. They want to switch their phone number in the Zomato database. How will I switch that phone number? How will I find out that I want to update this person's phone number? The person will provide me with their user ID. I will search my table and I will go to that particular user ID. I will find that entry in the table and I will change the phone number. Is this clear, everyone? Why am I using a user ID? Right. Now, how will I define my user ID? How will I define my user ID? Any particular column in my table whose value that can be used to uniquely identify the entire row is called a primary key. What is this? This is a primary key. So any particular column that can be used to uniquely identify any row in a table is called primary key. Is this clear, everyone? So over here, what is my primary key? Primary key is my user ID. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, every user will have a unique user ID, and the user ID will always have a value, which means that it cannot be null. Is this clear to everyone? Is everybody following so far? Please keep the chat section responsive, everyone. Yes, Aadhaar card, your Aadhaar number is also unique. So it is called UDIAI, right? Unique Identification Authority of India, something like that, है ना? No, UIDAI, right? So the unique is basically your Aadhaar. Yes, driver's license, your PAN card, your voter ID card number, all these things are unique. But everything is linked to Aadhaar. So basically, Aadhaar card is your most important card these days, I guess. है ना? So is the concept of primary key and the table clear to everyone? So primary key is my user ID. So let's just take an example of a college roll number. तुम्हारा college का roll number can be used to uniquely identify you. Do you agree? Who asked the question? Maz. Do you agree that your college roll number can be used to uniquely identify you? Right. Similarly, the user ID in the Zomato database can be used to uniquely identify a user, and that is why it is called a primary key. ठीक है? Now, guys, I hope that everybody has done online shopping at some point in their life, right? Everybody has done online shopping in some point in their life, right? So what are the platforms where you do online shopping? It is, can we say 2 columns which you need? Yes, I'll come to that. So Amazon, Flipkart, all those. Okay. Now, guys, Amazon and Flipkart, you have products, right? You have products listed on Amazon and Flipkart. So how do you imagine the data is stored for Amazon and Flipkart? For Amazon and Flipkart, they will have a products table, right? They will have a products table, and that table will have all the information about the product. So let's say product ID, right? Apart from that, it will have the title of the product, right? Apart from that, it will have the price of the product. It will have the discount of the product. all those values, है ना? So all these things are part of the product table. Is that clear, guys? Now I hope that whenever you shop online, you apply filters to your search. Apply filters to your search. Excuse me. Right. So let's say that all the products are listed in this table and there is a category also. Right. And let's say that you apply the filter that category should be equal to smartphone and price should be less than, let's say, 20,000. ठीक है, ये तुम्हारा filter है, right? So what will Amazon or Flipkart do? They will show you all the products that are smartphones and the price is less than 20,000. Is this clear? Yeah, that is sorting. So that is different. That is not a filter, that is sorting. Is everybody following? Right. So you apply the filters. Now, how does Amazon basically take out all the products that match this category? Amazon will run a query on the products table. So guys, if I want to write in plain English, what I want, how will I write it? I will say, show me all products with category as smartphone and price less than 20K. Is this the English form of my query? Is this clear, guys? This is English, right? Now, guys, if I want to translate this to SQL, how will I write this in SQL? I will say select star, which is basically everything. Select star from products where category equals smartphone and price is less than 20,000. Is this clear, everyone? The translation from English to SQL. Can you see how natural is the SQL query? It is very similar to reading English. Do you agree? Case sensitive, what do you mean? By the spelling of select, you can write it in lowercase as well. No problem. Star will basically select all the columns. So now, guys, let's say that I want to write a query that will only give me the title of all the products. So I will say, instead of star, I will write select title. What will that do? Instead of giving me the data of all the columns, it will only give me the title of all the smartphones with price less than 20,000. Is that clear? Yes, this is the actual code. Yeah, so you can apply any number of filters, बस and उसके बाद and लगा के you can apply. Is everybody following so far? सबको clear है, right? ठीक है. So can we approach a question now? एक SQL का question approach कर सकते हैं? ठीक है. Let's do one quick question from HackerRank. So what is the so I'll just tell you what this is. This is called a table schema. Yeah. So this is called a table schema. This basically defines the columns and type of value they will have. Right. This is your table schema. So what are my columns? The fields are basically the columns. So I will have a ID. I will have a column called name. I will have a column called country code. I will have a column called district and a column called population. Right. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So this is what my table is looking like. It is ID, then name, then I have country code, then I have district, and then I have population. Is this clear, everyone? Now, guys, what is this? This is basically the type of value that my column will have. So what is a number? A number you can just consider it as an integer, right? What is a varchar? Varchar is similar to a string, but you are seeing this number next to a varchar. What does that mean? That the maximum length of this string can be 17. Okay. Similarly, country code is also a varchar, which is of length 3. And again, district is also a varchar of size 20, and population is a number which is an integer. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, Ashish, we will create tables as well in some time. Yeah. So this is what my table is looking like in this question. And what is the question asking me to do? Query all the columns of all American cities in the city table with population larger than 1 lakh. So मेरा filter क्या है? What is my filter, guys? My filter is population greater than 1 lakh. Is this clear? Varchar is basically a string, but only you define the maximum length of the string. The country code for America is USA. So what are my two filters, guys? What are my two filters? Country code should be equal to USA and population should be greater than 1 lakh. Is this clear, everyone? Right. And query all the columns. If the question is asking me to return all the columns, what will I do? I will do select star, because select star will select all the columns, right? So someone has already written the query. Shubham. Okay. Nice. So we can try it out by ourselves. Please don't draw on my screen, guys. It becomes very irritating. So I will write select star. What will select star do? Select star will select all the columns. Then I will say from city. What is city? City is the table name. So I am selecting all the columns from my table city. Now after this, I want to apply my filters where country code is equal to USA, right? And what is the other filter? And my population should be greater than 1 lakh. Is this clear, everyone? Let's run this. So it passed the test cases. So you can see that it is returning the ID, which is this. This is the name. This is the country code. This is the district, and this is the population of that place. Is this clear? Star will be used before the table name. Yes. Now, guys, let's say that I wanted to select only the name of the city. So I will just say select name. What will this do? Only this particular column will be returned to me. If I run this, you can see that only the name is getting returned. And this is a wrong answer because I want all my columns. Is this clear, everyone? Why am I using star? SQL is not case sensitive. So you can use double quotes and single quotes as you like. So let me quickly submit this and then I will take up the questions that are here. Let's just submit and verify if this is working. Okay, so there was only one test case and it passed. Okay. I think it was Colorado, right? Achha, Corona. Okay. There may be a city called Corona. Table schema. So this is my table schema. It basically defines all the column names. So ऐसे यहाँ पे field लिखा हुआ है. इसके नीचे सारा column name रहेगा. And the type is basically the type of data that I am storing in that particular cell of my table. Is this clear? You can enclose USA with double quotes and single quotes because SQL is not case sensitive. You can use either quotes as you like. Sir, here country code is also a filter. Yes, country code I am filtering as USA and I am saying population should be greater than 1 lakh. So all the cities in USA with population greater than 1 lakh. How to select two columns? So I will do name, comma, let's say district. तो दोनों ये दोनों कॉलम आ जाएगा. Is this clear? So the name and district. Is this clear, guys? So what was the right answer? It was star, right? I hope this is clear. Can we move to the next question for now? Actually, this is a little advanced one. So let's start with the simple ones first. Okay. So this is the next question, guys. I have the same table. Do you agree? Everybody, do I have the same table over here? Right. This is the same table, only the filter is different. What is the filter? Query the name field. So over here, I will say select name. I only want the name rather than all the columns. Can I write this much? Select name from city for all American cities. So again, one of the filter will be where country code equals USA. Right? And what is the other thing? Where population is larger than 1.2 lakhs. The country code for America. So again, this is practically the same question. Only the population number has changed. Yeah, so this passed. I hope this question is clear to everyone as well. Okay, now let's go to this one. Okay, again, I have the same table. Query all the columns for every row in the city table. So it is asking me to just give it all the columns and all the rows of the city table. If I want all the columns and all the rows, what do I want to do, guys? All the columns and all the rows. What do I want to do? Select star from city. That's it. No filter, nothing. Is this clear, everyone? Again, let's do a little difficult one. Okay. So query all the columns of every Japanese city in the city table. What is the difference here, guys? Only the country code will change. It will be Zomato. Sorry, Zomato nahi, Japan. I'm sorry. What to do for row? So row के लिए तो तुम filter लगा रहे हो ना? The where clause is basically filtering the rows. semicolon is it is a good practice to add the semicolon, but it is not mandatory. I mean, you can add it or you can not add it, but it is always a good practice. If you are working with multi-line SQL queries, then always add semicolon to say that you have ended the line. Varchar can have a number, but it will be enclosed with quotes. So essay. We will come to more than 2 lines of code, but I don't think this question requires any explanation, guys. Select what do I want to do? Star from city where country code is equal to JPN, right? Star will select all the columns from the table. So I can select only certain columns also. I can select all the columns also. Yes, we will come to that. Right now we are at basic select queries. So let's go to a different table, guys. Let's think about a different table. So what is this table, guys? It is the table name is called station. It has the fields ID, city, state, latitude and longitude. Okay. And the query is query a list of city and state from the station table. Matlab, what does the person is asking? What is the person asking from me? The person is asking for the city and state from the station table. So I will do select city, comma, state from station. I think that's it. No filter. So yeah, it passed. Is this question as well clear, everyone? Is the schema of this table clear, guys? What is latitude and what is longitude? I hope everybody knows. This query that I am entering, who is the user of the database management system? I am the user of the database management system. And what is the input? The input is this query. And what is the output? The output is this answer. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, Sahil, what is the problem? क्या clear नहीं हो रहा है? इसको table का basic description. A schema is something that describes the table. So this is the schema of a city table, right? And it is describing me the columns and the type of data that the city table will have. So what is this? These are the column names, right? And corresponding to that, I have the type of data that will be contained in every cell of that column. Is this clear now? Yes, blueprint of the table, you can say that. We will come to that part of SQL as well. But so far, major part of the interview is about writing queries rather than creating tables. So, and creating tables is a very simple and monotonous task. So we will come to that, and that is very simple and straightforward. Sir, does the table be? Yes, right now the table is already created. We are just retrieving it. Whatever. So yeah, so there is a separate data type for decimal values. I think a latitude, longitude is a decimal value only. So if I do select latitude, lat underscore n, if I run this, So all are integers. So no, the number is basically an integer, and there is something called a decimal, which you write like this, which will store your decimal values. You define the number of, you can also define the number of digits towards this side and towards this side. So if I write 5,5, then 5 digits can be towards the left side of the decimal and 5 digits can be towards the right side of the decimal. Okay. This is the basics. Yes, Shubh. Varchar 2 is a data type. So varchar is also a data type. And varchar 2 is basically the second version of that data type. And we use mostly this one. Consider varchar as the primitive data type and varchar 2 as the advanced data type. Just like in Java, you have int and capital integer. That is the difference somewhat between varchar and varchar 2. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So guys, let's proceed with the next question now. Let's do this one. So query the list of city names from station for cities that have even ID number, right? So what do I want, guys? I want all the cities that have an ID number which is even, right? So how do you check odd and even, guys? You use the modulus operator, right? So I can do select city from station where the ID mod 2 is equal to 0. Is this clear, guys? Okay, the test case failed. Query list of city names from the station, but exclude duplicates. Okay, so I want to exclude duplicates. Okay, guys. So let me just explain you what was the problem. Okay. So let's say that this is my table. So this is a weather station table, right? Right. This is the weather station table. So guys, can I have more than one weather station in one single city? Can New Delhi have more than one weather station? One weather station can be in East Delhi and another weather station can be in West Delhi. Do you agree? So my station ID, let's say for example, was 5. The city was New Delhi. And again, there was another weather station with ID 6 and the city was New Delhi. Now, when I'm querying the city table, I am getting 2 instances of New Delhi. Do you agree with this? समझ में आ रहा है? If I put a query that I want the city to be New Delhi, how many rows will I get? I will get 2 rows because both these rows have city equal to New Delhi, right? So what do I want? I want all the unique city names. So basically, I want to exclude all the duplicates, right? Similar to a hash set in Java. So what will I do? I will just say select distinct city from station. If I run this now, you can see it is passing. Why did it pass? Because all the duplicate city names were removed. Is that clear, everyone? किसी को कोई भी डाउट है अभी तक? Does anybody have a doubt? Okay, so let me just write the entire table for you guys. So let's say that I had a weather station table. Let's say I am adding some dummy data. ID 5, city is equal to New Delhi, and ID 6, city is equal to New Delhi. Let's say the latitude is 100 and longitude is 100. And for this, the latitude is 200 and longitude is 200, right? And let's say that the question is find all stations, find all city names, right? If I say I want to find all city names, and if I do select select city from station, what will be the output? Can you tell me the output of this query on this table? I will have New Delhi 2 times. Do you agree? It will be like this, ND and ND, right? Now, if I say that instead of finding all the cities, find all unique cities, matlab I don't want repeated city names. If I say I want all the unique cities, I will say select distinct. Right? Distinct is basically similar to the unique, right? So I can say select distinct cities from station that will only pick up one particular row, and if it sees that a repetition is happening, it will not select it. Is this clear to everyone? I will share the Google Doc with you in some time. Yes. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. So I hope this question is clear. Nobody has any doubts. Everything is a keyword. So you can see that every keyword is getting highlighted with a pink color. So, so whichever keyword is getting highlighted with pink is a keyword. Others are basically variables that I'm using. So city is a row name, station is a table name, ID is a column name, right? Distinct is the most easiest way to do it, but there may be some other way. So let's say that the entry of this New Delhi came first. So it has taken this. Now the next entry of New Delhi is the same. So it will not take the second one. Is unique a keyword? We have to just check that. It doesn't. So if I run this now. Yeah, so syntax error, unique is not a keyword. If you do select star city, star you basically add as city is the row name, column name that you want to select, and star will basically select all the columns. So I'm not understanding what your question is. So which one did we just do? We did part 3 of this, right? So let's do 4 now. Again, I have the same weather station, but the question is find the difference between the total number of city entries in the table and the number of distinct city entries in the table. Okay, so this one is interesting, right? क्या बोल रहे हैं? Find the difference between the total number of rows in my table and the number of distinct cities in my table. समझ में आया? Excuse me. What is the question? Is that clear, guys? Are you understanding what is the question asking me to do? The question is saying select, find the difference between the number of rows in my table. So इस टेबल में how many rows are there? Can you tell me in this table how many rows are there? It has 2 rows, but how many distinct city names does it have? It has only one distinct city name. So my answer is 2 minus 1, which is 1. Now is the question clear what I want to do? So how do I count all the rows in my table? How do I count all the rows in my table? I will do select count city from station. So what will this count keyword do? This count keyword will basically count all the city, all the places where the city value is present. So if I run this, you can see that there are 499 rows, or basically 499 city instances in my table. Is this clear? Now, what do I want to find? I want to find the difference between the count of cities and the count of distinct cities. So I can just write, I want to subtract it, right? So I can do count city minus count of distinct city, and this will do it. Yeah, so I have 13. So what does that mean? That the total number of rows minus the number of distinct city rows in my table is 13. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, let's move on to the next one. So Abhi guys, we are just focused on basic SQL queries. Later on, we will go to join operations as well, which is an advanced query for SQL, and join operations are also asked extensively. So I would highly suggest to all of you to attend SQL classes from the beginning till the join operations. इससे क्या है कि at least one part of your interview will be sorted, that if you get any question on SQL, you will be able to solve it, right? I will share this link in the Google Doc that I create. Okay. Let's do some difficult one. Let's try number 9. Weather station ka number 9. It is asking me query all the list of city names from station that do not start with vowels. Your result cannot contain duplicates. क्या बोल रहा है? Basically, I want all the unique city names जिसका नाम does not start with vowels, right? So this is basically we will require the use of wildcards over here. So I will just show you what is a wildcard. So let's say guys that I have a table where I have ID and name, these two values, right? And let's say ID 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Name is, let's say, A, B, C, D, A, B, X, Y, A, B, C, D, and let's say X, Y, A, B, right? So if I have a table like this, and let's say the user is asking me to return all the names starting with A, what will I do? How will I filter out all the names starting with A? I will say select name from, let's say the table name is X. Let's say the table name is table only, right? Select name from table. Now I want to filter based on the first character of my name, right? I want to filter based on the first character of my name. Now guys, what am I concerned with? I am only concerned that the first character should be A. Do you agree with that? I am only concerned that the first character should be A. Do you agree with this? Yes. So I will say where name like, and I will say A and percentage. What is this? This is called a wild card. What does a wild card do? It allows me to filter out strings like in this fashion. So what does this percentage mean? This percentage means that anything can come after A. But the name should start with A. Matlab name should be like this. It starts with A and anything can come after that. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, guys? Now, let's just say that the question was, that the find all names where second character is B. Let's say this was the question. How will I approach this? Again, the same thing. Select name from table where name like, and now I will say underscore. What does this underscore mean? This underscore means that first char can be anything. Then I will say B, which means that second char has to be B. And after that, I will say percentage. What does this mean? That after B, anything can happen. Is this clear, everyone? Are these two examples of wildcards clear, guys? Basically, you have to think about the underscore and percentage. These are the two wildcard operators. Underscore का मतलब है this character can be anything and percentage का मतलब है after this anything can come. समझ में आया? Yes, A, B percentage is also possible. Yes. So this question also involves an array, I guess. So let's try to take up the question just before that, which will have a basic wildcard, I guess. With vowels, no, again, this one is vowels. Let's take number 7. Again, this is vowel. Let's take number 6. Again, this is vowel. Number 5. Okay, this is also an important question. We'll come back to this, but let's take number 6 then. Query the list of city names starting with vowels from the station. So I want all the city names that start with a vowel. What are vowels, guys? Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Is this clear? So SQL is case insensitive. If you use small case or capital case, doesn't matter. समझ में आ गया? Right. So guys, let's just consider, instead of this question, I want to just explain you wildcards. So instead of this question, let me just say that I want to query all the let's say I want to query all the city names where the name starts with A. समझ में आया? Not the vowels. I am considering the name starts with A. ठीक है? So query the list of city where instead of name starting with vowel, I will say name starts with A. Okay. So let's write a query that will have name starting with A. Okay. So select city from my station where name like. What will I do, guys? If I want the name to start with A, I will say A and percentage. Is this clear? Yes, distinct cities. Okay, I will do A and percentage. If I run this, I will get a wrong answer because that is not the question. But I should get all the names that start with A. Okay, unknown column name. Okay, so अपना जो city है ना, yes. Right. So can you see, guys, that I am getting all the cities that are starting with A only? Do you agree with this? Single quote and double quote doesn't matter. SQL is case insensitive. SQL is a case insensitive language, right? Now, guys, let's say that I want all the city names that have second character as L. So underscore and L. And if I run this now, can you see that the second character in each of these names is L, right? Is the wildcard operators clear, everyone? Is the wildcard operator clear, everyone? No problem with that, right? Now, guys, let's come to string slicing in SQL, right? Let's come to string slicing in SQL. If you want to select based on the last character, okay? So let's say that the last character I want to be N. So I will do mod N. Matlab anything can come before this, but the last one should be N. I'll come to the ordering part as well. So you can see all the names is ending with N. Is this clear, everyone, now? Okay. Now, guys, let's try to actually solve this question itself. What is the question? Query the list of city names starting with vowels. So I want to query all the names starting with vowels. How can I approach this problem? How many cases do I have to consider? I have 5 vowels, so I have to consider 5 cases. Do you agree? I have 5 cases in my hand, है ना? So I will say select distinct city from my station where the city like. What should be the city like? The city can start with A, right? Apart from A, which character can the city start with? Apart from A, which character can the city start with? E, I, O, U, right? So does the city have to start with A and E, or does the city have to start with A or E? Or, right? So instead of the and, I will use the or clause. Or city like, and I will say B and mod. Is this clear, everyone? Similarly, I can add other vowels as well. So not B, rather E, I, O, and U, right? And this is basically the end of my query. So I can run it now. Yes, it is passing. Is this clear, guys? Am I getting all the cities, all the distinct cities starting with A, E, I, O, U? Yes, I can send that. Yes. Now I will come to string slicing, right? So guys, if you wanted to solve this problem in Java, what would you do? You would create an array of A, E, I, O, U, right? And compare the first character with the array. Do you agree? है ना? So how can I optimize this query? I basically want to say, if I want to write it in plain English, if I want to write my query in plain English, I will say select cities, select distinct cities where the city name starts with A, comma, E, comma, I, comma, O, comma, U. Right? This is my English for this query. Do you agree? I'm coming to your question, Manish. Right. Now guys, if I want to write the SQL for this, I will say select distinct city from station where the city so I want to slice the first character of my city. Do you agree? I want to slice the first character of my city. In Java, how will I do it? City dot substring 0, 1, right? This is how I will do it in Java, है ना? Guys, please be responsive in the chat. Right. Now in SQL, how will I slice a string? I will say left of city, 1. What does this mean? This means that first character from left. Is this clear? This means first character from left, right? And now I want to check if the first character from the left is a vowel. So I will say in, and I will have an array of A, E, I, O, U, like this. So I can just remove this and I will do left city, 1 in A, E, I, O, U. It's passing. So let's say that if in SQL, if I write A in A, E, I, O, U, what will happen? What is the output of this? A in A, E, I, O, U. What does the in do? It checks if the left operand is in the right array. Is this clear? It checks if the left operand is in the right array. So for this particular query, what is the output in Boolean? Is it true or false? It is true. Is this clear, everyone? I think there is a substring function also. There is a substring function also, Arundhati. It is also a keyword, and you can define substring. Like, I think it takes the, like, say, city name, and just like Java, you can just pass the starting and ending like this. So this will give you any particular substring that you want. Okay, so in. So what is the in clause? It checks if the left operand. What is the left operand here, Sanket? The left operand is this one, right? It checks if the left operand is a member of the right array. What is the right array? This is the right array. So is a member of this array? Tell me, Sanket. Is a member of this array? Yes. So what will be the output of this clause? It will be true. Is this clear now? I hope everybody followed so far. So this is it for this one. Let's quickly do this question number 5 as well. Query the two cities in station with the shortest and longest city name as well as their respective lengths. Okay. So the question is to find the longest string stored in the city column. समझ में आया? What is the question? It is asking me to find the longest and smallest city name. Is this clear, guys? So what is the keyword that will give me the length of a particular character, guys? What is the keyword that will give me the length of a particular string? It is length itself. Yes. So I can do, I'm just giving you a demonstration. Select length, and then I will say city from station. If I do this, it will basically return me the length of the string of the city. You have an error in your check the manual. Use colon at line 1. Okay. Oh, colon, semicolon. Okay. So can you see, guys, that it is giving me the length of the city name? कितना लंबा string है city name में? Is this clear, everyone? Right. Now, what do I want? I want the largest length. I want the largest length. Right. Can we do max? Yes, I think we can do max. If I just add a max over here and I run this, I will get the maximum length of a city name. What is the maximum length of a city name? It is 21. But what does the question want me to do? The question is saying that along with the length of the city name, also give me the city name. So how will I select the city name along with the length of the city name, guys? I can just write city, comma, max. समझ में आया? Aggregated. Okay. So this is an aggregated operation. So we can't use max over here. So max हटाना पड़ेगा. If I run this now, can you see that I am getting the city name along with the length of the string, right? So far, everybody followed? Right. Now, what do I want to do, guys? I want to sort my output based on the length of the city. Do you agree? I want to sort my output based on the length of the city, है ना? Because I want the maximum length of the city on top, है ना? How will I do that? There is a clause called order by. What does order by do? Order by is used to sort output in a particular fashion based on a column's value. सर इसमें टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी भी होती है, नहीं क्वेरी लिखने में कोई टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट इट, ठीक है? सो इफ आई से सिलेक्ट सिटी कॉमा लेंथ फ्रॉम स्टेशन एंड आई से ऑर्डर बाय, if I write order by I want to order by the length of the city, so I will say order by length of the city, ठीक है? If I run this, what will I get, guys? I will get the ascending order based on the length. So the smallest city names are in the top and the largest city name is in the bottom. Is this clear, everyone? Now, if I want to sort it in the reverse manner, what will I do, guys? I will say descending, DESC. What does this do? This will sort it in descending fashion. So, ज्यादा लेंथ से कम लेंथ में चले जाएंगे. समझ में आ गया सबको? Now, guys, I only want the largest length city, right? Do you agree that I only want the largest length city? है ना? So, apart from this first line, is any other line of any use to me? Apart from the first line, do I want the other lines over here? No, I don't want. So what will I do? I will limit my output to only one column. So I will say limit 1. What will this do? This will only return the first column. Yes, I will. I am coming to that. So I am only getting the first line. Is this clear now, everyone? Now, guys, I told you that you should always use semicolons. Why? Because if you are writing two queries in the same file, then they need to be separated like this. Now, if I want the smallest city, can I just copy this query, paste it here, and do like this? What am I getting? I am getting the largest city name and the smallest city name. Is this clear to everyone? So the limit keyword is used to limit the number of lines in your output. So let's say that your output is of 100 lines, but you only want the first 5 lines. So you will say limit 5. What will that do? That will limit your output to the first 5 lines only. So aggregation operation के साथ you cannot combine normal rows. That poses a problem. You have to use group by. I will come to that later on. Order by. Order by is the sorting. Order by is used to sort. So let's say that my output is Kolkata, then New Delhi, and then let's say my output is Mumbai. If I do order by city, what will happen? It will order by based on the alphabetical order. So which is first in alphabetical order, guys? Kolkata is first. Which is second? Mumbai is second. And which is third? New Delhi is third. Is this clear? right? And if you do order by descending, then it will reverse it. So New Delhi will come first, Mumbai will come second, and Kolkata will come third. Is this clear? How to return alphabetically? That is the question. If two cities are the same length. Yes, yes, yes. I'm coming to that, Sagar. Now, guys, let me just comment this part. And let's see how many cities are there with length 3. So I will just remove this limit. Right. I will just remove this limit. You can see that there is more than a lot of cities with length 3. Do you agree? Right. Now, but if I want the lowest one, if I want the city with the least length, which one should I select? All are 3, right? All are 3. But are all the 3 equal? No, all the 3 are not equal. Which one do I want? After sorting it based on the number of characters, I again will sort it based on their name. Is this clear? After sorting it based on the number of characters, I will again sort it based on the name. So after this sorting, I will again do order by city. What will this do? This will again order it by the city name. So now you will see that AMO will come first. One second. अच्छा comma लगाना पड़ता है क्या यहाँ पर? I think we need to use a comma after this. Again, syntax error. Oh, right. So 2 बार order by use करने का जरूरत नहीं. So now guys, you can see that AMO is on top, right? So pehle it is sorting based on the number of characters. After sorting based on the number of characters, it is sorting based on the name of the city. Is this clear to everyone? Right. Now, again, I can just say limit 1. So it will only return the top one. And if I just remove this, you can do the same thing for the longest one as well. But longest ke liye we have only one. So that is why we are not required to do it. Longest ke liye bhi you should do it, but it is not required. Why? Because longest 21 length ka khali ek hi city. Is it fine? If you want city with length 3, okay, so I can just remove this from where length city is equal to 3. This will do it. Is this clear? If I want to return varchar length 4, what do you mean by that, Harish? लॉन्गेस्ट के लिए भी करेंगे तो डिसेंडिंग हो जाएगा अल्फाबेटिकली. हाँ, but longest city you have only one, right? So you can say, you can just say, instead in the order by, you can say length city descending, comma city ascending. ऐसे कर दोगे तो it will sort by descending for city and then sort by ascending for name. Can we do it where length city equals max length city? Okay, let's try that. Where length of city is equal to max length of city. I'm not sure if this will work, but चल भी सकता है. Yeah, invalid use of group function. So these are aggregating operators and इनका अलग एक section है, अपने करेंगे उनको, but don't bother about the aggregator operators right now. If I want to return strings with length 4, हाँ तो कर दो भाई, खाली length of city equals 4 कर दोगे. What is the problem with that? अभी तो I explained length of city equal 3. Sir, and please stop sending direct messages, guys. Send messages to everyone so that everybody can see your doubt. Sir, अगर हम city ascending की जगह limit 1 करें तो सही होगा. What do you mean by that, Khushi? I didn't get your question. I will give you a Google Doc that I will create for everything that we do in module D. All cities with smallest length. That is, I think usme you need to find the length of the city with smallest length and then select all the cities that have length equal to that. So uske liye I think aggregation operation again lagega, and that is a separate section. So was that question clear, everyone? ठीक है. Let's just move on to a different table, right? So let's do this one. Okay, write a query that prints a list of employee names for employees in the employee table having salary greater than $2,000 per month who have been employees less than 10 months ago. Sort your result by ascending order of employee ID. So what are my filters, guys? My filter over here is that salary should be greater than $2,000 per month. This is one filter. And another filter is that the employee has been working for me for less than 10 months. Matlab, the number of months is also a column over here. This should be less than 10 and the salary should be greater than $2,000. Is this clear? Are the filters clear over here? So I can just write select name from employee where salary greater than 2,000 and months is less than 10. Simple. It passed. Is this clear, everyone? Simple question, right? Not a lot of explanation required, है ना? Okay, let's approach another question. Let's do this. This weather station was interesting. Let's do this number 12 for weather station. query the list of city names that do not start with vowels and do not end with vowels also. So what is the output? What is the desired output? I remember someone asked me that बताओ कि city name does not start with vowel कैसे करेंगे, right? So उसको कैसे कर सकते हैं guys? If I want the city name to start with a vowel, what do I do, guys? I use the in operator. Select city from station where select city from station where the left of city comma 1 is like, or rather is in my AEIOU, right? Right. This will give me all the cities that start with a vowel. I can just say not in. What will this do? It will say all the city names that do not start with a vowel. Basically, all the city names whose first character is not part of this, right? But this question is also asking me to remove the cities that end with a vowel. So how do I do that? After the where clause, I will write and the right of city comma 1 not in this. Yes, also distinct. Is this clear, everyone? Left and right, I have explained it before a while back, but left and right is used to slice my string. So left is basically selecting the first character from the left in the city string, and right is basically selecting the rightmost character from the city string. Is this clear to everyone? Anybody having any doubts? Not in का मतलब अंदर नहीं है. Just read it as simple English, right? In का मतलब अंदर रहेगा. Not in का मतलब अंदर नहीं रहेगा. Is that clear, Jyoti? Capital and small का there is no distinction, right? So if I just say small a also over here, then also this code will work. SQL is case insensitive. Doesn't matter what is the case of the character. समझ में आया? You have upper case and you have lower case. But SQL is case insensitive. मतलब उसको केस से मतलब नहीं है. Is that clear? How can we do sort string and then check first vowel and last vowel? So you want to sort the string. You want to sort the string rather than sort the list of strings. Sort the string. Don't bother about that. It is out of your scope. We have used and or in a lot of places. So and matlab both these conditions should meet, and or ka matlab hai either one of these conditions should meet. So agar if I do or over here, what will this mean? This will mean that either the first character or the second character is not a vowel. Yes. So if I say, let's say that my city is equal to Kolkata, right? And if I do left of city, comma 2, then what will happen? The first two, which is the leftmost 2, will be returned. If I do city, comma 3, the leftmost 3 will be returned. Is that clear, everyone? Yeah, that is basically extra steps, right? With extra steps, you can do that, Dipesh. I think it will ignore that. If the value is more than that, it will just return the entire string. City is that column name. Let's consider this question. Okay, so again, I have a different table over here. This is the schema of the table. Query the name of any student in the students table who scored higher than 75 marks. Order your output by the last 3 characters of each name. If 2 or more students have names ending with the same last 3 characters, secondary sort by ascending ID. अच्छा, ठीक है. So एक बार sorting वाला पार्ट छोड़कर खाली बेसिक फिल्टर लिख लेते हैं. Select, query the name. So I want to select the name from the students table, right? Where the mark should be greater than 75%. So marks should be greater than 75. So far, everybody is clear. So these are the students with marks greater than 75. Now the question is asking me to sort the output by the last 3 characters of each name. How do I get the last 3 characters of each name, guys? I will do write name, comma 3. Do you agree? I will do write name, comma 3. Right? है ना? So I can say order by write of name, comma 3. If I run this, I am getting this. But there is a case where a person has the same last 3 characters, है ना? Where the person has the same last 3 characters. So then what is the question is asking me to do? It is asking me to secondary sort them by ascending ID. So ID ascending कर देंगे, ठीक है? I will say comma ID. This should do it. Is this clear, everyone? I hope everybody has followed so far. ठीक है, अब बताओ किसको क्या डाउट्स है. Up till now, whatever clauses that I have taught, who has what kind of doubts? I will just take doubts for some time now. So see, right of name, comma 3 का मतलब है last 3 of name, and left of name, comma 3 का मतलब है first 3 characters of name. I hope this is clear now, everyone. just provide a summary of all the clauses. Yeah, sure. Does the case matter inside quotes? In the no, the case SQL is case insensitive. Nowhere the case will matter. Distinct नहीं यूज कर रहे क्योंकि अपने को distinct करने बोला ही नहीं. In this table, can you tell me, will there be an instance where a student is added twice? Will there be a case where a student is added twice? No. How to get the third or any kth letter from? I think there is a clause called substring that you can use. So let's say name from so let's say that you want the second character, right? If you want the second character of every name, you just write 1, 2 like this. So शायद second character return हो जाएगा. अच्छा, 1, 2 is basically returning the first and second. So if you want the second character, you just do 2, 2. It will return the second character. It is returning. Acha, so if I remove this, it will give me the second character, I guess. No, it is giving me everything from 2. Okay, so substring will give me all characters from this position to that position. If I do 2, 3, it will give me from all the things from 2 to 3. Yes. If I do 1, 3, it will give me everything from 1, 3. So guys, just a quick tip. If you want to read the documentation of any keyword, you can just Google that online. ऐसे Google करोगे, you can just refer to any particular website and it will give you the documentation of that particular keyword. So what is the keyword? Substring start, length. So instead of the ending, it is taking the length. So मतलब start कहाँ से करना है और कितना characters तक आगे बढ़ना है. That is what it will do. So if I say that I want only the first character, then I have to do 1, 1, and that should do it. If I want only the second character, I will do 2, 1. Is this clear to everyone now? You can use this also instead of left and right. This is basically an something, what do you call, left and right on steroids. Matlab you can literally access any character using substring, है ना? I hope these questions so far were clear, guys. किसी और को क्या डाउट है बताना. In the previous question, the whole list got sorted by ID or just the part where the two names. So that is secondary sort. Secondary sort में just the part with the two names will get sorted. So let's say that your output is looking like this. Three. Okay. So let's say that the first sort was done by the ID. Let's say that the first sort was done by the ID, right? Now guys, if I do a secondary sort on this based on the name, which one should come first? Let's say that they have the same last name. Instead of the ID, let's make it last name. So let's say Aman Kumar, Aaron Kumar, and Akash Kumar. So the first sort was done by the last name, and if I do the secondary sort by the first name, which one will come first? Aaron will come first. So this came first, and then I have Akash, and then I will have Aman. Right. So the secondary sort will work on those groups which have the same value for the first sort. Is that clear? If I have another one, let's say that I have Mukherjee and I have again Aaron Mukherjee, right? But is this Mukherjee value greater than Kumar? Should this Mukherjee be below Kumar or above Kumar? It should be below. So even this secondary sort will not bring this Aaron on top. Why? Because this Mukherjee has to stay below Kumar. This is the primary sort and this is the secondary sort. Using this query, the output I'm getting name ending with vowels. I think we used kind of the same query and we got the right answer. Maybe try again, Manish. Sir, then the previous question, we don't need to use secondary sort on ID. Without using secondary sort, answer will be the same. No. The previous question was, let's say that there are two people who had the same marks. Let's say one person was Priya and the other person was Supriya, right? And Priya ka ID is 500, Supriya ka ID is, let's say, 400. So do they have the same last three characters in their name? Yes, but the program is asking me to secondary sort on the ID. So this should come first because this ID is less. So Supriya will be first and Priya will be second. Is this clear? I hope everybody followed. किसी को कोई डाउट है अभी तक का queries से related? ठीक है. So let's just summarize the keywords that we have discussed so far. ठीक है. And let me know if I miss anything. So we have discussed the select, we have discussed from, we have discussed where. These are the three basic things that you require in every query. Mostly every query you will require select and from, and if you want to add a filter you will add where. ठीक है. इसके अलावा what are the keywords that we have discussed? We have discussed order by, we have discussed limit. Apart from these, we have discussed left and right. We have discussed substring. We have discussed the length. We have discussed count. What else, guys? In, like, distinct, yes. Anything else, guys, that I missed? Yes, and or, those are. And we have discussed wildcard operators. Yes. I hope everybody is comfortable with all these queries and they know what each keyword means, right? Everybody knows what each keyword means and you are comfortable with that now. है ना? किसी को कोई भी डाउट है regarding anyone, just tell me, I can explain it. Count का example. Okay. So let's say that I have a table called Zomato वाले table अपना ले लेते हैं. So I want to find all the users. I want to find the number of users whose name is Abhishek. Right. So I will say select count name from users where name is equal to Abhishek. Is this clear? Abhishek, is it clear? Okay. One second, guys. Just let me answer all the questions, then we can. What is wildcard? Okay, I will come to that. 1 second. Primary sort is greater than secondary sort. Yes. Primary sort will be given first priority. Wildcard, I will explain. Substring ka example. Okay. So wildcard, substring, or if we want to count the data entries in a table, we would count the distinct ID, count ID, or just count table name. You can count the primary key that will give you the number of data entries in the table. अच्छा sort वापस explain करना है, ठीक है. If the city table contain null value, then count city, count star will not give the same answer. Yes, so if the city has null value, then if there is a null value, then that value is not getting counted. ठीक है. So I'll just explain wildcard for once. So wildcard, I have mostly two operators. One is this and the other one is a underscore, right? So let's say I want to check if a name has a character A in the second spot. I want to check if any particular string has a character A in the second spot. How will I write this? I will say where string like, then I will say blank, which is the first character can be anything. Then the second character has to be a, and after this second character, I will say mod, which means anything can come. Is this clear? Similarly, if I want to say that the second last character is a, then I will say this. इसका मतलब है starting में anything can come. This one will be A and the last can be anything. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, if you write 2 underscore, then C, then mod, then this will compare the third character. Is this clear, guys? Okay. Now coming to the second one, which is sorting. Okay. So I have already explained you guys with this example. Let's say that my question was to basically, first of all, sort all the numbers, primary sort all names based on the last name. So can use it in this table. Are all my names sorted based on the last name? Tell me, guys. Are all the names sorted based on the last name over here? Who asked the question? Who is saying no? Why is this? Why are you saying no, Tushar? Can I say that all the names are sorted by the last name? M is coming after K. Can I say? Yes. Now the secondary sort all the names by first name. So what will the secondary sort do? The secondary sort will identify the similar values, and the sorting will only happen where the primary sort attribute is the same. So over here, the primary sort attribute, which is the last name, is the same. So the secondary sort will work only on this part of the table. So अब इसका output क्या होगा? Aaron will come on top. Do you agree? Because I'm sorting by the first name now, right? Will this Aaron come on top? No, this will not come on top because the primary sort is asking it to be in the bottom. Is this clear now, guys? Primary sort and secondary sort ka concept. In that underscore operator, in the list there are names with second last A I'm running query where underscore a percent will return the name of the second last as capital A, or only names with second last small a. I'm not understanding your question, Arindam. In the underscore operator, in the list, there are names with second last a. I'm running query with underscore a mod. Will it return the name with second last as capital A also? No, no, no. It will return only the names with second character as A. So this underscore says that one character can be anything, and this mod says that any number of characters can be anything. So over here, after I perform the sorting, this Aaron will stay at the bottom, but this Aaron will come on top, Akash will come in the second place, and Aman will go to the third place. Yes, percent mod a underscore will compare the second last character to be a. Is this clear everyone? और क्या डाउट था? सॉर्टिंग का हो गया, सेकेंडरी सॉर्ट का बता दिए, सब स्ट्रिंग का भी एक डाउट था. यस, सब स्ट्रिंग. Substring will take the string, it will take the starting point and the number of characters after starting point, right? So if I have a name called Aaron, right? If I have name called Aaron and I do substring Aaron, comma, starting point इसमें index 1 से है, right? So in Java your index is from 0, but over here index is from 1. If I do starting point as 1 and I say number of characters is 3, so what will happen? First, second, third, these 3 will be printed. So output is AAR. If I say instead of 1 and 3, if I do 2, 3, it will print ARO. So starting point is 2 and after that 3 characters print करना है. If I say starting point is 2 and only print 1 character, then it will only print the second character, मतलब 2 and उसका first character यानी A. Is this clear everyone? What if we want to get from the last? So उसके लिए you have to use the length, right? So जैसे Java में you do length -1 वैसे करके you can do. But what about other wildcards? So for now, just focus on the modulus and underscore. We will be doing regular expressions, which is regex in some time, but ये आगे का classes में आएगा, अभी नहीं. Yes, those questions also we will do group by clause. वो कल करेंगे in aggregation when we discuss aggregation in detail. Yes. So regarding your homework questions, let's just quickly create a Google Doc for your batch, and I will be sharing all the homework questions and all the codes done in class in that Google Doc. Okay. So I will be sharing it in your Discord channel as well. Yeah, I'm just posting the link right now as well, and I will post it on your Discord channel also. So you can just follow this doc for your homework questions and all the code that we do in the class. So I will post all the SQL codes over here, and later on I will also post all the DSA codes that we do. Okay. I hope everybody clear. I think that was shared by your module manager. So just check on your Discord group. No. If the table has two values, it will return both the values. Okay. I'll update this doc later tonight, everyone. So just keep a watch on the homework question. I'll be adding it here. So you can let's do that on Saturday. I think we will have a contest discussion sessions regularly on Saturdays. So in that session we will have some time. So in that session we can review your resumes. I will send it in some time. For now, I have sent it on Zoom chat. So just copy it if you want to keep it handy. Okay. So far everybody, whatever SQL clauses that we discussed, I hope everybody is comfortable with all these, right? Okay. I think it is almost time for us to get going. Right. So, okay, guys, I'll end the session for today. Good night. Bye bye.